organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
In this edition of Daily Iowan TV,
are today's scandals less scandalous? Find out our generation's thoughts regarding privacy.
And if you are a student traveling home this weekend, it's a great time to fill up your tank.
And in sports, we break down film from Iowa's tough loss over the weekend.
All that and more next.
Daily Iowan TV is ready to go.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for being with us this Monday evening for Daily Iowan TV. I'm Christina Targos.
And I'm Brad Maxwell. We start off tonight with several breaking news stories. The University of Iowa police reported that in the early hours of Sunday, a university student was sexually assaulted in a residential room of a residence hall. Officials know the identities of both parties, but the student has requested not to proceed with a criminal investigation at the time. The Daily Iowan and Daily Iowan TV will bring you updates as we receive them.
A water main break caused some delays for the residents on the southwest side of Iowa City this morning. It happened around 7:20 a.m. on Weber Street. Residents started calling in after they saw water seeping from the ground and into the street. City water officials responded and spent a few hours repairing the break. This break was minor, but officials say there are always quite a few water breaks throughout the year.
Firefighters responded just after midnight to a report of a North Dubuque Street apartment fire in Iowa City. When the firefighters arrived, they were able to control the flames within 15 minutes, and the blaze was completely extinguished after 45 minutes. The fire started near a ceiling light fixture. Everyone evacuated and no one was injured, but there is an estimated $40,000 in building and property damage.
If you're thinking about traveling somewhere by car this holiday season, it looks like it's the best time to get your money's worth for your mileage as gas prices decline. Gas prices around the state of Iowa have been continuing to drop over the past 4 weeks. At some western Iowa stations, the prices have gone below the $3 mark. According to AAA's daily fuel gauge report, the average statewide price for regular gasoline in Iowa was $3.34.
I just paid about 80 cents a gallon less than what I paid 2 days ago at suburban Chicago. I wish I were smart enough to know the difference why, but I'd love to move to Iowa just because of the gas prices, to be honest.
Keep your eyes peeled at your local gas stations to see where you can get the best prices on gas for your traveling needs. Newton's third law of motion says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Well, one University of Iowa teaching assistant found that out the hard way last week.
That's exactly right. What most students thought to be a routine email about a math assignment contained videos and nude photos of the TA engaging in sexual acts. The news quickly went viral around the nation, but different generations are responding to the situation much differently. Earlier, I spoke with some UI students and discovered how the concept of privacy is evolving. What students thought was a routine class email quickly turned into a shocking surprise.
She told us earlier in class that she'd be posting the answers online. So I went to my email, looked them up, and I clicked on it, and it definitely wasn't math.
I was just stunned. I didn't know what to do. I told a few people, and then I was just kind of waiting to see what would happen and play out because I just thought it was hilarious.
Humor seemed to be the general response around the UI, as slews of stunned students shared the news and, well, the photos.
I felt awkward and I couldn't look for a long time, but you just wonder how did she confuse that with math homework?
Media law professor Liambe Echo believes the sexting incident represents a bigger problem with today's generation.
The concept of privacy is alien to many young people.
In today's visual culture, a few keys, a click, and a post can alter your life in a matter of seconds. But that isn't stopping many young people from pushing the limits. According to a national campaign survey, 33% of young adults ages 20 to 26 have posted or sent nude photos of themselves.
Putting out all your information there to the general public, to the whole world, is very dangerous, can be dangerous for you as a person and for your family.
While this incident serves as a prime example,
that shouldn't even happen.
It highlights clear differences in generations.
Oh my God, my mom and dad would be so mad. I think we laugh at it because we think it's funny, but they'd like get really mad and like go like to higher authorities. But we just felt awkward, so we just ignored it.
The teaching assistant has since been removed from the class and is reportedly occupying a non-teaching role at the University of Iowa. And still much more to come your way on Daily Iowan TV.
Find out why having a LinkedIn profile is more valuable than ever in today's economy.
And in Political Alert, we'll give you a preview for tomorrow's elections in Johnson County.
And in sports, your latest edition of the Whip Around.
But first, we'll hand it off to Daily Iowan TV's Marissa Mahalik for your weather forecast. Marissa?
Thanks, Brad. It looks like we're going to have a rainy start to the week. Tomorrow morning, we will start off with temps in the 40s with mostly cloudy skies. By afternoon, it will reach the mid-50s with a 40% chance of showers. By nighttime, the temperatures will drop into the 50s with an 80% chance of rain. Now looking ahead to the rest of the week, Wednesday we can expect to see temperatures in the 40s with a 70% chance of showers. Thursday will be in the mid-50s with sunny skies. And this weekend should be pretty neutral with partly cloudy skies and temperatures lingering around the 50s. Brad and Christina, that's all I have tonight for weather. I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
We all know LinkedIn is a social networking website for employees in professional occupations. This website is also used for professional networking throughout the world. LinkedIn has more than 225 million users in more than 200 countries. Daily Iowan TV's Kelsey Cuniff has the details on why it is important to have a LinkedIn profile in today's economy.
The membership on LinkedIn grows by approximately 2 members every second. That's because this website is different than other social networking websites. It allows you to manage your own professional identity. Students and professionals alike use LinkedIn to broadcast their talents and network with one another.
The best reason for any Hawkeye to become a member of LinkedIn is because there's 84,700 and some odd other Hawkeyes who already use LinkedIn, and it's a great way to connect to people who already are doing things you'd love to be able to do. You just don't know how to get started. And just having that ability to connect to people so easily is phenomenal. It saves you so much time in your job search and also in just researching what you really want to do for a career.
The website's been especially valuable for students like Jack McClay.
It's definitely helped me reach out to various companies throughout the country, which is what I'm looking for.
In the past year, 89% of recruiters have filled a position for potential employers using LinkedIn. Kelsey Cuniff, Daily Iowan TV.
For all of you looking for a job, LinkedIn posts 77% of all job openings.
We're now going to toss it over to Reed Chandler in the studio for tonight's edition of the Political Alert. Reed?
Welcome to Political Alert. Tomorrow is Election Day, and tonight we're previewing the issues you'll vote on at the polls. You're looking at a sample of tomorrow's ballot for Johnson County. Notice there aren't a lot of issues to vote on this year, but that makes it easy. You'll see 4 names for 2 at-large city council seats. You can vote for 2 of the 4. Running are Kingsley Botchway, Catherine Champion, Rockney Cole, and Susan Mims. There is 1 District B seat open, and you can choose between Terry Dickens and Roy Sand Porter. If you aren't familiar with the candidates or their platforms, be sure to check out tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan. We'll have a nice run-through for you there. And lastly, you'll see you can vote to either repeal or keep the 21 ordinance introduced to downtown Iowa City in 2010. Repealing the ordinance would reset the age limit to 19 for bar entry all night. Currently, you must be 21 to enter a bar after 10 p.m. Polls open at 7 a.m. and they close at 8 p.m. You can register on the spot with proof of address. If you aren't sure where your polling location is, you can check that at www.johnson-county.com. And be sure to tune in to Daily Iowan TV tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for live election results. Back to you.
It was a packed weekend in sports. Let's throw it over to Alyssa Bergamini in the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio for more. Alyssa?
Hey guys, happy Monday and welcome back to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. We have a fully stacked show, so let's get started. Down but not out, the Hawkeyes could not battle the Badgers over the weekend. I was at Kinnick Stadium on site to catch up with all the action. Whether it was the blistering wind or not, the Hawkeyes couldn't get enough flight on the ball in Saturday's matchup against the now 22-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. It was Wisconsin's starting quarterback Joel Stave who led his Badgers to a 28-9 beating over Iowa. In the Heartland Trophy, once again, stayed in Wisconsin territory.
You know, it's tough to run the ball today for us, and it was really tough for them, too, for about 45, 50 minutes. So it's just, it's going to happen sometimes.
The Hawkeyes defense did bottle up the Badgers and held Wisconsin's running back Melvin Gordon to a season-low 62 yards. But even with the pounded-out Iowa defense, or rather the lack of offense from Wisconsin, the Hawkeyes just couldn't pull through.
I think it took a lot of wear on us in the fourth quarter. We weren't really expecting it. We were more looking forward to the play-action pass, which they made an adjustment to us, and we just didn't really pick up on it. So that's more credit to them.
The offense struggled as well, especially after Iowa quarterback Jake Rudock was knocked out of the game after an intercepted pass from Wisconsin's quarterback Darius Hillary at the Iowa 20.
He couldn't have gone right away, but he could have gone back in later on. It just didn't seem smart to put him back at that point.
Although we don't know the status of Iowa's starting quarterback Jake Rudock's injury yet, we do know for sure that whoever starts next weekend in Purdue will have to take better care of the ball if the Hawks want to return to postseason play. Reporting from historic Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, Alyssa Bergamini, Daily Iowan TV Sports. It's Monday, which means there's film to break down from Iowa's game, and Cody Goodwin is here to do just that. Cody, Jordan Kanziri came in and ripped off a long run. What happened here?
It was the longest run Iowa had all game against Wisconsin. If we bring up the film here, notice C.J. Beathard's kind of making adjustments there at the line, sees what Wisconsin's defense has given him, and then once he gets back under center, Wisconsin defense didn't look like it changed all that much. The arrows are showing where Iowa's offensive line is going to go. That's going to open up a huge hole on the left for Kanziri. Right here, you see Kanziri jut to his left, a wide open hole. Probably could have driven a tank through that hole, Alyssa, through the offensive line. Kanziri bolting all the way down the line, take it down there. It was a really great run there by Kanziri. Good adjustment by Beathard.
And Jake Rudock, he threw an interception late in the game to end Iowa's game. What was going on here?
Well, Rudock here had a little bit of a missed blocking or miscommunication, I guess, with Mark Wiseman. We bring up the play, and Mark Wiseman, you'll see, is in the backfield. He's not pictured right here, but he stops. He's circled right there. And as the play continues, Wiseman actually doesn't get the best block on Wisconsin's defender right there, number 36. So he falls to the ground and really just kind of makes way for Wisconsin defender to get a clear shot at Rudock. Kind of disrupts the rhythm and his throw, and he just kind of throws up a duck, and Wisconsin's able to come down with the pick.
All right, well, thank you for that, Cody. And we continue our coverage of everything black and gold this week with your latest edition of the Whip Round. Guys, take it away.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to Monday evening's edition of the Whip Round. I'm Danny Payne reporting here from the DI Sports Desk. This weekend, the 18th-ranked Iowa field hockey team dropped their season finale to Michigan State by a score of 4-3. The Hawkeyes finished the season at 11-7 and finished with a 2-4 record in the Big Ten. Now the team will head to Columbus, Ohio this Thursday for their first round matchup with Michigan. The winner of that game will take on top-seeded Penn State on Friday. Now for more on Iowa soccer, let's send it over to Jalen Sochak, who's standing by. Jalen?
Thanks, Danny. On Wednesday, the 7th-seeded Iowa soccer team will take on number 2 Michigan in the Big Ten tournament. The last time these two teams met on September 22nd, Michigan bested Iowa 2-1. This is Iowa's third straight trip to the Big Ten tournament, and a win here would automatically qualify them for the NCAA championship. And now we'll toss it to Taylor Axelson with more about the women's volleyball team. Taylor?
Thanks, Jalen. The Iowa volleyball team lost to both Northwestern and Illinois last week. They looked so strong in the second set against Northwestern, winning 25-16, but they just couldn't hold on. Alex Lavelle is still soaring past her 1,000th kill that she passed last week, and Nikki Daly ended the weekend with a double-double. They are headed to Wisconsin and Minnesota this weekend. That's it for your Monday evening whip around. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks for that, guys. Another week, another switch near the top of the BCS standings. Alabama remains at number 1, but for the third straight week, Florida State and Oregon flip-flop for the number 2 spot. In the Big Ten, Michigan State jumped 5 spots to number 17, and Wisconsin remains number 24. Well, that's all for now, but tune in tomorrow where, as always, will be at Kirk Ferentz's press conference ahead of the Hawks matchup against Purdue. Guys, back to you two.
Daily Iowan TV is the only place to see what's going to be in Tuesday morning's Daily Iowan. Take a local look into the effects on changes to the SNAP program.
And find out about Iowa's increased rates of drug use.
And read about the final push for the 21 Oregons and city election.
That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out at the same time tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.